guys, Robbie46 here. Welcome yourselves back to Ride 3. Now, I can't put it off any longer. We're going to have to take on the final World Endurance race, which is going to be at Macau. So, yeah, let's just get on with it. This is one I've not been looking forward to. I've been trying to put it off, but we got to do it now. It's the last one. So, yeah, let's do it. And I'm going to use the Honda this time. Let's see how we go. So here we are. I'm going to try on 120% extreme. See how we go. Not looking forward to this because I know, you know, if you make a little mistake, you're going to end up hitting a barrier. And we don't want to be doing that. So let's see how we get on. See what happens. But really not looking forward to this. We're going to have to concentrate a hell of a lot. So we're starting in 4th, which isn't too bad. So let's just see what we can do. Got a bit of traction control on as well. Okay, so we've got a slightly better run. Can we get past him and get into the lead? Not quite. Have we got it stopped? Just about. Just about holding on. No. So going to go down to 3rd now. Up the inside is not going to work. Oh, it might. There we go. So back up to 2nd place. We've got a hell of a lot of work to do. And we've got 15 laps to do around here. So it's not going to be the longest of the endurance races that we've done. But yeah, it's going to be over half hour. But yeah, I'm just... yeah. I would have rather done this round the full Nürburgring. But this is a track it's picked. And the good thing is, you don't, like, since they've put the daytime option in the game, you don't have to do this one at night time, which you originally had to. So it's nice that it's in the daytime. You can see a lot better. Yeah, at least I'm kind of staying with the leader at the moment, so that's a good thing. Get the side a little bit there. Oh, rear stepping out. Too wide. Okay, we cannot afford to mess up. Oh, hit the barrier again. There's a hairpin. We're not going to get in front. Or are we? Yes, we are. We snuck through into the lead. I feel it's going to be short-lived, though. So we're into the lead. Oh, a little nudge there from him. He's trying to go the long way around. That won't work. But there's quite a big gap back to 3rd place. So if we're lucky, we've only got to deal with one person now throughout the whole race. So that is lap 1 done. And I think it's going to be far from over. Just going to have to keep my head down and see if we can pull away from 2nd place. We are easing away a little bit at the moment. A 2nd exactly as our gap to him, but when we get into the tighter section, I think that he's going to start reeling us back in. The AI are usually pretty strong around here anyway, which is why I wasn't really looking forward to doing this one. Just have to try and keep going. We're doing alright at the moment. We're still in the lead. Yeah, 15 laps around here. Let's try and do it without crashing or anything like that. It's very easy to crash around here. Literally no runoff, just Armco barriers. He's still right on us, so we cannot afford to slow down too much. Or slow down at all. Tell you what, traction control doesn't seem to be working at the moment. I've not seen that red light flicker. And we have been spinning up the rear. Thought I was going in too hot then, but we got it stopped and nailed. So come out that chicane, that hairpin, that is where we're making up most of our time. So I think that is going to be, you know, our ideal place if we're struggling a little bit. If we lose the lead again, then if we can stick with him through that hairpin, then we should, in theory, be able to get back into the lead if we need to. We might not need to. We might be alright. We have pulled away 1.9. So last time we had a second gap, and now it's almost 2 seconds. So we've almost doubled our lead, which is good. If we can continue doing that, I'll be very happy. So 2.1. Just going to make sure we get it all stopped and everything. Up the hill we go. Lots of graffiti around. I actually quite like this corner. You can go for it pretty rapidly, and you can kind of step the rear out as you enter that corner. Yeah, this Honda does like to wheelie, so we've got to do our best to keep the front end down. That's not gone well. Just clip the side there again. That's lost us a bit of time as well. So we're still in the lead, but that is less than a second now. The gap, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much right on us. So it was over 2 seconds, but now, ooh, a bit too wide on the exit again. Trying to keep the front wheel down. Oh, he's there. He can't come through though. Oh, too hot. Luckily we managed to stay on somehow. We did clip the outside barrier, but we're still in the lead. Just got to keep it going. Okay, traction control on full because it doesn't feel like it's working. I've not seen that little red light flicker at all. So we've got less than a second lead at the moment. So maybe traction control is not working. Have to see if I can see that at the corner of my eye. I've not seen it flicker. Feels like it's a bit more stable now actually, the rear. It's definitely sliding less. Maybe it is working, but the light isn't. So we're on lap 4. We're not that far ahead of second place at the moment. I just don't feel comfortable around here. Oh, I think I just saw the red light flicker then. So that tells me that the traction control did kick in then. So it is working. Just didn't really feel like anything was happening with it set on medium. Oh, I forgot to turn my notifications off. Oh, hello. Whoa. Oh, that was a big slide then. Don't know how I managed to stay on there. Through the hairpin, we're back in the lead. That is going to be pretty much our saving grace around here, that hairpin. We get a much better exit. Way too early on the brake set. It's going to allow him back onto us. Third place looks like he's catching up. Looking at that little map, third place is not that far behind. I wonder if he's going, if he is going quicker, this might turn into a three-way race, which is not good for me. because I'm not that strong around here as it is. I can just about fight with one person, let alone two. .1. Come on. So this bit is fine. That corner's good. Into here. Oh, almost straight into the wall. .8. That's not enough. That is definitely not enough. Come on. I can hear him. He's definitely better than me in this sector. Third place is really gaining now. Oh, he didn't shove up the inside that time. Gone in too hot, gone in too hot. That's fine, we managed to stay in the lead. Get a okay exit. Okay, so we've come to the end of lap 5. We've still got a long way to go. .6. I don't know. It's definitely going back up, but is it going to go up enough? That was better through that. He's almost disappearing off the map. 1.9, it's almost 2 seconds. I think if I can get to over a 2-second lead by the start-finish line, I think we can start talking about MotoGP, but at the moment I just want to make sure we build up a bit of a lead before we start talking about MotoGP. In the race at Jerez, which happened yesterday. .8, even though we're on a personal best lap at the moment, the gap has come down. He's definitely not close enough to have a lunge this time, so that is good news for us. I think we're going to do alright now, because we're going to extend again. Not too bad through there. 2 seconds exactly, pretty much. That's going to go up even more now. We've really opened up the gap now. Final corner. That is going to be lap 6 done. Lap 6 completed. On to 7. What is our lead? 3 seconds. All right. I think we've got to a comfortable state now. That gap is quite a nice distance. So yeah, let's talk MotoGP. The race at Jerez, which happened yesterday on Sunday. Moto3, absolutely cracking race. That race is always absolutely amazing. So much going on. Moto2, that was a pretty good race as well. Although it did initially get red flagged. because unfortunately Remy Gardner ended up pretty much high-siding himself out of turn 1. And yeah, then Alex Marquez rode over his bike, and then that caused him to crash, and he had a couple more people crashing as well. Luckily no one seriously injured, which is good, but they've done the quick restart procedure. Alex Marquez's bike wasn't quite fully repaired by the time that pit lane closed, so he then had to start the race from pit lane. And yeah, he was just basically on the back foot for the whole race. But yeah, it was a good race, Moto2. And then MotoGP, the main event of the day. And yeah, we had a brand new rookie on pole position in the form of Quartararo. He set pole position on Saturday, and he also broke Marquez's record for the youngest ever rider to get pole position in the MotoGP class. So he was first. His teammate Franco Morbidelli was second, so a really good qualifying session for the Petronas Yamaha team. And they were joined by the oldest person on the front row. It's not often you say that, Marc Marquez. So yeah, that was how the front row looked. But it was Marquez who got the best start, starting in third, and he got into the lead by turn 1, and that was it. He led every single lap. Now, to be fair, to begin with, Franco Morbidelli, he got into second, well, stayed in second even. He qualified second, stayed in second. He took the fight to Marquez for a little bit. He couldn't actually pass him, but he was really close to him for quite a few laps. But then, unfortunately, it looked like Franco started to suffer a bit with tyre wear. He started to slip back. Quartararo got back past him into second place. And once he got past Morbidelli, he started pulling away quite quickly. And then you had Lorenzo. He didn't have a great qualifying, and he didn't really have a great race either. Bagnaia, he unfortunately ended up crashing out, so he had a DNF for that one. Rossi didn't have a good qualifying either. He didn't quite make it through Q1, so he started down in 13th place and had to try and make his way through the field, but was not looking strong. Didn't look very good all weekend. Was always the last of the Yamahas, so not looking good there. Viñales qualified quite well as well, and he was having a pretty decent race. He was in 4th place for quite a long time, and we all know that towards the end of the race Viñales gets quicker, so it was good that he was towards the sharp end at the beginning of the race, which meant that when it got a bit later he could start putting in personal best laps. But yeah, once Morbidelli dropped back from Marquez and Quartararo got in front of Morbidelli, Quartararo tried to close Marquez down, but by that time Marquez had a 1.3 second lead, and absolutely gutted for Quartararo. He had some sort of issue with his gear lever, got stuck in 3rd gear, and unfortunately had to end up retiring out of the race when it was looking like a sure podium for him. So really gutted for him. The young Frenchman was going really well, but yeah, kind of showing us what we can soon expect from the young Frenchman. Obviously it's his home race next time out at Le Mans. But yeah, Marquez went on to win. Alex Rins, he didn't have a very good qualifying either. I think he qualified down in like 9th place, but he came through the field, and again showing how classy rider he is, he managed to get into 2nd place and finish there. And Viñales, he ended up in 3rd place. Dovizioso, he was 4th. He was hounding Viñales on the last few laps, trying to find a way past. Couldn't quite make it, so he had to settle for 4th place, which is kind of like damage limitation because Dovizioso's never really gone that well around Jerez. Ducati have not won at Jerez since Loris Capirossi, which was years and years ago. Danilo Petrucci, he ended up finishing in 5th place with Valentino Rossi kind of recovering a bit to 6th place. And yeah, that was obviously after Quattraro. Unfortunately, he ended up retiring. You had Joe Mir, who ended up crashing out, as did Jack Miller. Jack Miller's crash, he was fighting with Alicia Spargaro into the final corner. Elise done a bit of a lunge, almost lost it on the brakes, but didn't. By the time he got to the final corner, he was a little bit wide. Miller saw a little gap, went for it, but unfortunately Elise did not see him, closed the door, and Miller collided with Elise. Miller went down. Elise got forced wide but stayed on, so he ended up finishing as well. But yeah, so overall it was a pretty good race. Yeah, Marquez now leads the championship by 1 point from Alex Rins, and Dovizioso's not that far behind either. And well, the top 4 in the championship are really, really close. So yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty close championship at the moment. It is worth noting that the Repsol Hondas don't seem to be overly reliable at the moment. Obviously, we've had quite a few technical issues with Lorenzo. Lorenzo did finish the race, but I think he finished down in like 12th place, so not where he wanted to be, especially after FP1 and 2. He was showing some really good form, but yeah, didn't qualify very well, and didn't really do much in the race. But hopefully he will click with that Honda soon, and we'll see him back towards the sharp end. But yeah, he's had some technical problems the last few races. Marquez had a technical problem in morning warm-up. Not entirely sure what was wrong, but he done his sighting lap, and when he came out the final corner to start his first flying lap, he sat up, didn't really have any drive, and immediately pulled into the pit lane, and had a little crash as well when he pulled into pit lane, because there's a little bit of a slope there, and obviously he's trying to concentrate on trying to figure out what was wrong with his bike, and when he went to put his foot down, he didn't realise he was on the slope and toppled over, but no real damage, and obviously no injury either, so he ended up quickest in warm-up anyway, even after that. But yeah, so that is MotoGP, and like I said, it goes on to Le Mans next time out. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's also worth noting that Iannone did not race. He had a pretty nasty crash on Saturday, and he was complaining about severe pain in his one of his feet, so he ended up not racing at all. Bradley Smith, he was wildcarding as obviously a Aprilia's test rider. He finished down in 17th place. But yeah, it's looking like a very interesting championship at the moment, and I think it is going to be a pretty close one for the time being. Obviously, Marquez has been the strongest so far, and he is leading despite having a DNF as well. But like I said, he's got a 1 point lead over Rins, and Dovizioso is only a couple points behind Rins. So all the top 4 are within 10 points. So yeah, as we know of motorbike racing, anything can happen. So yeah, let's not count our chickens just yet. But yeah, Le Mans next, which is a good track, and I'm hoping that Quattraro can put Jerez behind him and show us what he can do in his home Grand Prix. Zarco, obviously, he's shown some good promise at Le Mans before, so it would be good to see Quattraro do the same. Oh, that wasn't good. Starting to make a few mistakes now that we're getting towards the end of the race. We're on lap 11 of 15. We need to make sure that we finish. We need 3.6 seconds, so that gap is kind of coming down a bit at the moment. Obviously, the more mistakes I make, the more it is going to come down. Wide again. I'm starting to panic a little bit, I'm not going to lie. So keep an eye on that gap, but that visibly looks like it's coming down. Wouldn't surprise me if that is less than 3 seconds. Although it'll probably be more than that by the time we get out of this hairpin. We don't need to panic just yet. 3 seconds exactly. So yeah, the gap is coming down. It was over 4 seconds, but yeah, we need to just get our head down again and see if we can just maintain that gap. We haven't got to pull away too much. I know obviously that hairpin we can pull away by quite a little chunk, so we've got that in the bag. Just need to make sure we're not too slow around the rest of the track. So lap 12 of 15, 3.9 second lead, so it's almost back up to 4 seconds, which is good. We haven't got long left. We are getting towards the end. I do not want to mess up now. The amount of times like doing time trial around here, I've crashed just going through that little right hand kink we've just gone through. So I've turned into too tight. I just had crashes pretty much everywhere around this track. So we've had a few moments. We've obviously had a collision with second place as well when he got into the lead earlier on. And that was on lap 4 when he made himself known right up the inside. But ever since we got back into the lead, we've stayed there. But I'm really not feeling comfortable anymore. I kind of lost my rhythm a little bit. We're 0.8 slower at the moment than our best time, and we're 3.3 seconds ahead, so that gap has come down again. We've lost 0.6 of a second. That is not good. That's too wide as well. That's going to lose another couple of tenths. Trouble is, the harder I try now, the more mistakes we're going to make, and the slower we're going to end up going. On the brakes into the hairpin. 1.1 seconds slower. 3.1. That will go back up to about 3.7, 3.8. That's what I'm kind of anticipating the gap to be over the start-finish line. So into the final corner. That is the end of lap 12, on to lap 13. Now all we got to think is just a 3-lap race. That's all we got to do, 3 laps. 4.2. We might be alright. It's just a standard 3-lap race. We're absolutely fine. We can do this. Seconds, that's good. Keep it on going. Oh, almost turned in too tight there and clipped the inside barrier. I don't know what that gap's doing. Every time I look down at the mini-map, he looks closer. We're a second slower. 3.3. That is not good. We've lost 0.7 of a second. Uh-oh. We could be in trouble. Come on. This is the final one. The final one we have to do. Then we unlock the Bennett Suzuki. .2 slower. 3.3. That will go back up now. Thank you very much. Okay, 1 corner to go, and then we are ready to start the penultimate lap. Lap 14 of 15. Come on. 2 laps remaining. We can do this. 4.5 second lead. That's good. We're going to be fine. We're going to be absolutely fine now. Just remember your braking. Here. 4.1. So it's come down 0.4 of a second in the first sector. Last time we lost about 0.7 by the second sector. Keep it tidy. That's all we got to do. Oh, that was too wide. Wheelie as well. Oh, that's lost us a bit of time. Wide again. That's lost us more time. 1.1 seconds slow already. 3.8. Lost a bit more. Oh, no. Wow. Just clip that inside bloody wall. Okay, now I'm starting to panic because we've made a few mistakes there. Luckily, we're still on. But that gap looks closer. That gap will be closer. What's it going to be? Come on. 2.3. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Oh. Come on. We've just got to get through one more lap. But 2.3 is not good. It's going to be more than that by the start-finish line. But yeah, we can't afford to have another lap like that. Okay, 1 lap remaining. There we go. 2.6 seconds slow we were on that lap. 3.5 second lead. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we might be alright. I think we will be. Can't imagine us being like 4 seconds slower. That was a much better first sector that time as well. 3.7 seconds. We've actually extended the lead there by 0.2. Gone in way too wide. That's messed up my line. All we got to do is get to that hairpin, still in the lead, and that will be job done. Just get to the hairpin first, and the rest will sort itself out. Oh, just clip. Oh, done it again. Clip the wall. Not as bad as last time. Come on. Yeah, we're going to be fine. We're going to do it. He is closing in, but it doesn't matter. Because as soon as we get around that hairpin, we are going to pull away again. Hard on the brakes into the hairpin. 2.6. It's fine. We're going to win. We are going to win at Macau. The endurance race I was really dreading. And we are going to win it despite shitloads of mistakes. We are still going to win. 1 corner remaining. That is it for the endurance category. We have completed it. We will unlock the Bennett Suzuki. Run to the line. That, my friends, is job done. I am so happy that's over. That was a tough one. May not have looked it, but that was a bloody tough race. Wow. That's it. That is endurance category completed. 27 stars for us. So that means we've got all the stars. 75% of the stars in the whole game so far as well. Sweet. Won by over 4 seconds, just. Here she is, the Bennett Suzuki, with Sylvain Gintoli's number on it. Sweet. That's our prize. We have officially finished the World Endurance category. Oh boy, am I glad that's over. I've been putting Macau off for so long. Anyway, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. And I shall see you guys in the next video. See you.